So good morning students. Today we will learn that how to draw a 2D figure on AutoCAD using absolute coordinate system. This is absolute coordinate system you can see on the screen. This is a method to draw any 2D figure on the AutoCAD software. Right. So what is the coordinate system? What do you mean by coordinates? Right. If you see this AutoCAD interface, you will see this is your working space. This wide screen that you can see, right? And this working space is divided into two dimensions. Here on the left corner you can see x-axis and a y-axis, right? So if I draw any line on this working space, it has two ends. One end is here on the left hand side, other end is on the right hand side. So this left hand, it has some value on the x-axis and some value on the y-axis. So if you write value of x comma value of y, right? So this is the coordinate of this, and similarly on the right hand it has certain value of x and y. So in the similar way, this is the coordinates of this end. Now we will go back to the figure here. So it has a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, total 8 corners. So first of all we will find the coordinates of these 8 corners. Only then we will be able to draw the figure on the AutoCAD, right? So first of all we will find the coordinates. So to find the coordinates, draw this x-axis and y-axis around the figure, because we have to find the coordinates means we have to find the value of x-axis and y-axis, right? So this is y-axis and this is x-axis, right? So now where these two x-axis and y-axis meets, this is called origin, and here the value of x and value of y is 0. So the coordinates of this origin will become 0 comma 0, right? Why 0 comma 0? Because why 0 comma 0? Because this is the origin, right? So origin is 0, means value of x is 0 comma value of y is 0. In the similar way we will find the coordinates of these 5 corners. We will write the namings for clarification. A corner, and this corner is B, right? This corner is C, this corner is D, this corner is E, the similar way this corner is F, this corner is G, and this corner is H. So these are the coordinates, corners name. And now we will find out one by one coordinates. In absolute coordinate system, the syntax of absolute coordinate system is value of x comma value of y. This is the syntax. Let me close it in the bracket, right? Means first of all you will write the value of x, then comma value of y. This is the syntax of absolute coordinate system. Now we will find the coordinates of this corner A. This is your first, means first point, corner A. This is the first coordinates. If it is not given in the question, like in this question it is not given that what is the coordinates of the first point, then you can assume it. So I'm assuming it 10 comma 10. You can assume it 10 comma 10. Coordinates of A is 10 comma 10. What it means? It means here absolute value of x is 10. If you go downward here, x is 10. Similarly, if you go on the left hand side here, value of y is also 10. So this is the meaning of 10 comma 10, right? Now corner of B. coordinates of this corner B. So how you can find? Here absolute value of x is 10. If you see, length of this line is given here 60. So what will be the value of x here at this point? It will become 70. 60 plus 10, because here it is 10, value of x is 10, here value increase was 60 steps, which is given here, right? So this will, x will become 70. And what is the value of at y here? Value of y is 10, if you see, right? And it remain unchanged here at B. It remain unchanged, right? So value of y will remain unchanged. What will be the coordinates of B then? The value of x is 70, comma value of y is 10. So this is the absolute coordinates of corner B. I think it is clear to you, right? 70 comma 10. So in absolute coordinate system means absolute value of x and absolute value of y, right? So here absolute value of x was 10 and absolute value of y was 10, so it becomes 10 comma 10. Here absolute value of x is 70 and absolute value of y is 10, so it becomes 70 comma 10. Now we will come back to the C, point C. What will be the coordinates of C now? From B to C, what is the length of this line? It is given here. It is 8, right? It is 8 here. So if this length is 8, the what is the value of x at C? It will remain same as it was for B. The value is 70. The value is 70, right? So here value of x will remain same 70. What value of y will change? Absolute value of y will be 18 here, right? So coordinates of C will become 70 comma 18, right? And D length of this line is not given. You can assume it by 15. You can assume from C to D length of this line is 15, 1 5. Let me mark here. This is 15, 1 5. Right, you can assume it 15. Then what will be the coordinates of D? It will be the value of x will decrease now. If you go downward from D, it will be less than 70. How much less than 70? By 15. So 70 minus 15, it's 55, right? And value of y will remain unchanged. It will be 55 comma 18, right? 55 comma 18. Then for E, now value of y x will remain unchanged 55 and y will change by 14, right? Increase by 14 means 32, or it is increased by 14. You have to calculate. F2Z is 8, right? B2C is also 8. 8 plus 8 16. So 30 minus 16, 14. So from D to E, this length will be 14, right? Now E to F, it is 15, given here 15. E to F, so value of x will increase by 15. Mean it will again become 70 here. Absolute value of x is 70 comma 32, right? And G, now G is x will remain unchanged. X will remain unchanged 70, but y will increase by 8. It will become 40. So here absolute value is 70 comma 40. Now H here, now here value of x will reduce by 60. 70 minus 60, it will become 10 here. Here absolute value of x is 10 at H, right? So you have to write here in bracket, here value of x will be 10 now, because value of x is reduced by 60 from the previous value, comma value of y will remain unchanged 40, right? So here coordinates will become 10 comma 40. Here absolute value of y is 40, it is 40, right? So these are the coordinates. Now we have coordinates of all the 8 corners. Now you can draw this figure on the AutoCAD. Or to draw it on the AutoCAD, simply open the AutoCAD software, right? And here you can see on this is called status bar. On the status bar, some icons are blue in color and some icons are white in color, right? White in color means they are off. All these icons are off. If they are blue in color, it means they are on, right? So simply left click on these icon to turn them on or off. I will tell you the importance in coming videos of all these tools, right? So make sure that this tool, dynamic input, should be off, right? If this icon is not appearing on the status bar, go to right bottom corner on the 3-line customization, and here make sure that there is a tick in front of the dynamic input. If there is a tick only, then it will appear on the status bar, right? Make sure that there is a tick on dynamic input, it will appear here. If it is blue in color, then turn it off, right? Now first step to draw that figure, you have to use any draw command. So which draw command you will use? Line command, right? Simply click on the line command, or here this is called command box or command prompt, right? Simply type here L is the shortcut of the line command. Type L here, enter, your line command will be selected. Now in the command box you will find a specify the first point. First point means your first corner, corner A. What was the coordinates of corner A? It is 10 comma 10. If you see, coordinates of A is 10 comma 10, right? So type here simply 10 comma 10, enter. Now you will see that your line command is started. It means you got your starting point, right? You got your starting point. Now specify next point. Specify next point. Next point is corner B. It was 70 comma 10. So type 70 comma 10, enter, right? Next was 70 comma 18. 70 comma 18. You have to give coordinates in a specific order. Specific order means in this way: A, B, C, D, E, F, or A, H, G, F, E, D, C, B. You cannot choose any randomly. Like A, first you give coordinates of A, then E, then H, then B. You cannot use in this way. You cannot use random corners. You have to move either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now, right? So in this way you can give the coordinates. So now we have used the C. Now D was 55 comma 18. Type 55 comma 18 and press enter. Again 55 comma 32, enter. Next they will ask you again and specify next point again and again until your figure is completed, right? Now next point was 70 comma 32, enter. Next point was 70 comma 40, enter. Next point is 10 comma 40, enter. And still you can see you have given all the coordinates, but still this line is incomplete. Still this diagram is incomplete because you have to draw this line from H to A. This line is pending, so again we have to give this coordinates 10 comma 10. 10 comma 10. Now write here 10 comma 10, enter, right? So your figure is completed, but still you can see that this line command is working, right? Still this line command is working. So what you have to do now, press escape key on the top left corner of your keyboard where ESC is written. ESC, that is your escape key. Press escape key to leave the any command, or to come out of any command, press escape key. So now you are out of line command. Your figure is completed. So what is pending now? Pending is the dimensioning, right? So now we will learn that how to give dimension, how to show the dimension. Before showing the dimension, we will check that if this diagram is very small or enlarged in this way, right? All the parts are not visible, very small. If it is not visible on your screen, you have drawn the figure, you have given all the coordinates, what it is not visible, then what you will simply do, in this command prompt, type G, G for zebra, G, enter, and click on all. And click on all, automatically this drawing will zoom in and come in front of your screen, right? If it is not appearing on the screen, like if it is here in any corner, it is not appearing on your screen, you have given all the coordinates but diagram is not visible, G, enter, and click on all, automatically it will zoom in and come in front of your screen, right? This is called zoom all, right? Or you can also use scroller of the mouse. Scroller of the mouse, there is a wheel on your mouse, so move your wheel upward and downward to zoom in or zoom out, zoom in or zoom out, right? If you have used zoom command, right, and this is here, if you want to bring here in the center, then what you will do, simply in the command box type pan, 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 in the command box type pan, enter, this is pan command, and you will see hand on the screen, hold your left click of the mouse and drag it to the center, and drag it to the center. So this is the one method of using pan command. And second method is simply press your scroller of the mouse, press your scroller of the mouse, it will become pan command, drag it to the center, and now move upward, downward of the scroller to zoom in or zoom out. So this is your figure. Now how to show the dimension? For dimensioning, on the status bar, this tool should be on. This is called object snap tracking or O snap. Simply pressing F3, it will turn on. If you press F3 of your mouse, keyboard, F3 key, right, it will turn on. Simply you can left click on this icon to turn it on. If any icon or any tool is not appearing on the status bar, I earlier told you that click on this right hand side bottom corner 3 lines customization and click on the object snap tracking. You can see here 2D object snap here. This should be, you click on these icons to make it visible here, right? And in annotation you will find this icon. This is the dimensioning, types of dimensioning. If you see, right, this is the dimensioning tool where you will find all the types of dimensioning, right? This is the delinear command. Here you will find linear, aligned, angular, arc, length, radius, diameter, ordinate, and jolt. You will find all these types of dimension. So whenever you have to show straight dimensions like straight, horizontal, straight, vertical, then simply you will click on the linear. You will click on the linear. Click on the linear command, right? Then when you will move cursor here, it will automatically detect the endpoint. You can see it is automatically detecting the endpoint. Why it is detecting? Because our object snap tracking or 2D object snap is on. If this tool is off, now suppose this tool is off and you are clicking on the linear command and moving your cursor, moving your cursor here, you cannot detect the endpoints, right? You can see I'm moving cursor here, I'm unable to detect the endpoint, right? So this tool should be on before showing the dimension. Then click on the linear, right? Here you will detect the endpoint. One click here, move on the right hand side, second click here, move upward, left click here. Again click on the linear, right? One click here, second click here, move on the left hand side, click here. Again click on the linear, one click here, second click here, move on the right hand side, click here. Again click on the linear, again and again you have to click on the linear, one click here, second click here, move downward and left click here. So this is the method to show the dimension. Your figure is completed, you have shown the dimension, what still there is the confusion, right? What type of confusion? That this part, you can see from this part to this part, is this part is part of the figure or part of the dimensioning, right? And this line from this corner to this corner, is this line part of the figure or part of the dimensions? So there is a confusion. How to eliminate this confusion? Using different thickness for the different lines, right? Means we will increase the thickness of the lines which are part of the figure, and we will reduce the thickness of the line which are not part of the figure. So how to use this different thickness? You can see this tool here on the status bar. This is called line weight tool. Left click this to turn it on. Now it will become blue in color, it means this is on. If this tool is not appearing on the status bar, then what you will do, as I earlier told you, that click on this three lines on the right hand side bottom called customization, left click here, and here you will find this line weight tool, right? Make sure that there is a tick in front of this line weight tool, only then it will appear on this status bar. If this tool is on, okay, now select the lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To select these lines, simply left click on the lines. If you are not able to select these lines, then press shift to select them, right? Now go to this bilayer. There are three types of bilayer. First bilayer to change the color of the line, second bilayer to change the thickness of the line, third bilayer to change the type of the line. Now we want to change the thickness of the line, then click on this second bilayer. There's a different types of thickness available, then click on 0.80, 0.80, right? Then left click on this dimension line now and reduce the thickness of this line 0.05. Click on 0.05. So thickness of the dimension line 0.05 and thickness of the actual lines which are part of the figure should be 0.80 mm. So this is the way to change the thickness of the line, right? Now here your dimension should be up to the 2 decimal point. Mean here you can see 60.0 is written, it should be 60.00. After the decimal there should be 2 digits, so precision should be up to the 2 decimal points. How to change the precision? D enter, simply D enter, type D in the command box, D for Delhi, D enter, click on modify. Here you will see various options, click on modify, and here you will find different tabs, lines, symbols, arrows, text, fit, primary units. So click on this tab, primary units, and here you will find the option of changing the precision 0.00. Change the precision to 0.00, then click on OK, click on close. Now you will see the precision is changed, right? The precision is changed. Now next is step is save it in the PDF, right? I know all of you know that how to convert it into the PDF, right? So thank you very much. This is the method to draw the absolute coordinate system. I hope all of you understand. If you have any issue, you can write in the comment box. I will definitely